Yeah, I know. The obvious answer, dump her unfaithful ass. But I know you know it isn't that simple. Here's our story. We've been dating for 6 years. And I've never been unfaithful, and neither has she. Until last week we had a fight about private stuff and it got heated. Later that night she's been planning for weeks to go downtown to a club with some friends with her college sorority. So she left with her friends, pretty mad at me and I at her. So she left. I watched some Shark Tank and went to sleep at around 12. I wake up 4 hours later to crying. We're in an apartment so sound travels easy. My fiancé is with her friend on the couch and my fiancé is bawling. I start getting upset and ask what's wrong. My fiancé got very drunk and hooked up with a guy in the women's bathroom. In the short story, her friend told me she lost my fiancé in the crowd, and when she saw her again she was crying in a corner. My fiancé begged my forgiveness and told me she'd never do it again, and not even a second later she threw up on our floor. I told her friend it's okay and to go home, and I got my fiancé into bed and she passed out. I didn't go to sleep. I was in shock and didn't know what to think. It's been a week now and we've both haven't talked about it. I don't know what to do. I love this girl. I don't think it's possible for me to be with anyone else. She's been in my life for years and has supported me through my endless struggles with academics and sports and has always been on my side. I really don't know what to do. I've been feeling sick that past few days. I don't know from an actually sickness or stress. I haven't told my parents because they adore my fiancé and I don't want to ruin that. What should I do? Edit. I'm sorry for the confusion. I used the term hooked up assuming that she had sex with the person, but I didn't know exactly what she did because I never asked until last night. We talked. Even though she was crying throughout, she told she never had sex and never did anything sexual. Just made out with the guy. And for those saying the argument wasn't a big deal, it is. I figured it's anonymous so it doesn't matter. She's been a smoker ever since I met her, and I've been trying to make her stop for the past year now for the sake of herself and our possible family. It still doesn't excuse what she did, but you can see it isn't a light subject. But what I don't understand is why she could barely speak to me about it for a week. Since it was so light intimacy as just kissing, I don't know if I can believe it or not. I'm going to talk to her friends to see what they say. My fiancé says that it was only for a couple of minutes until she realized what she was doing and immediately stopped. I think I'll be able to forgive her, but I won't forget. I still don't know what to say to the family, but at least I know the details. Thanks for the help, everyone. I'll keep you posted. Edit 2. I just got off the phone with friends that she went to the club with. Here's what happened. They all ordered drinks and were waiting and talking to each other at the bar at the side of the club. My fiancé was looking very upset and seemed to be minding her own business and ordering drinks after drinks. They left her do what she wanted to for some time. One of her friends did tell me a guy no older than 30 was ordering drinks next to her and making eye contact with her. Her friends though nothing of it, and when she looked back the man was ordering her drinks. Even though she was already very drunk at this point. They were talking, and at this point the friend went to my fiancé and asked her if she was all right, and she said she was fine. The friend told me the guy didn't look at her and looked away, and that he looked sketchy. The friend went back to talk to others, and when she looked for my fiancé again, she was gone. Her and her friends were looking for her for 10 minutes, 20 minutes or so, and that's when they found her in a corner. She was crying, and when they asked what's wrong, she kept saying, "He's going to hate me. Everything is ruined. I'm so sorry." So there's the full story, I guess. Maybe truth, maybe not. I'm still deciding what to do, but one's for sure. She won't be seeing me in a church for years, if ever. I'll keep you posted. Last edit. So I've made up my mind. I'm going to keep dating her for a bit to see how things turn up. She agreed to take a polygraph. If it was just kissing, then I will stay with her but will not marry her. Simple as that. I can't accept the fact my future wife cheated on me. No matter the level of intimacy. She has agreed that if the polygraph shows her lying about anything, that she will tell everyone what she did and why the wedding was canceled. And I will keep the apartment. I can't deny the fact that I love her still so much, but the fact that I love her so much makes it hurt even more. Thanks for the support, comments, and private messages. Really, if anyone needs to talk to me about problems, please feel free to reach out to me. Again, thank you. Comments. 1. I've gotten into fights with girlfriends dozens of times in my lifetime. I never, not once, went out, got drunk, and fucked someone else. Do not marry a cheater. What happens the next time you have a fight and she's mad at you? Or the time after that? Or the time after that? It is far cheaper to cancel a wedding than have a divorce. 2. I married mine after a similar story. I'm glad to see all the people here who try their damnedest to claim that that's just not how people work in real life. But I wish I could say the same. Her regret means nothing. She will do it again and be equally regretful. She's not stable or she's too immature. I'm sorry, dude. I know that you, like me, will ignore this and do what you want. I just want you to know I'm sorry and that I hope you'll do the right thing, which is to get on with your life without her. no matter how hard it feels? Or would you rather spend 3 or 4 more years of your life, potentially have a child and then get everything ruined? Yeah, I didn't have sex with him last until you would be able to prove that she did indeed have sex with him, which in your case unfortunately is never most likely, which means it'll have to wait until the next time she does, or the next time after that. All the while she will deny everything until proof is on the table. Here's what I would do if I were you. And if I was still serious about this girl, you can stay with her if you want, but I will caution you extremely to not marry her. Tell her you need more time because of this. And if this makes her fall away from you, or makes her cheat again later down the line, and she starts blaming you for you guys falling apart, then you'll know she's truly crazy and you definitely need to go. I wish you luck, man. I wish no one the bullshit I had to go through. All I'm saying is that you can forgive this woman as much as you want. Stay engaged as long as you like. But I will repeat this. Do not marry her. She needs many more years if that's going to work. I'm deadly serious. 3. You can forgive her, but you will always know she cheated. You won't be able to truly trust her again. You will second guess her, doubt her, if you stay with her. She can see this as you being a doormat. Woot, I got away with cheating once. He forgave me. So if I do it again, he's gonna forgive me again. IMO. You got into a fight and she used it as an excuse to cheat. She probably get mad at you about something and do it again. 4. If I truly love someone and if they were to hurt me like that by cheating, I'd be mad, but I would still give them a second chance. I know getting drunk you become reckless and you tend to make stupid mistakes. Maybe since you guys are getting close to getting married, she also might be stressed out. After all, it is a big event and checkpoint in your life. I would say forgive her, but I guess it all depends on how you look at it and how you feel. 28 male, my fiancé 26 female, and I never got intimate and it's making me resent her. To some, this may not seem like a big issue. However, I am an extremely sexual person. I enjoy being intimate and trying new things. My fiancé, however, is the type of woman who could have sex once a year and be okay with that. We have fought about sex in the past and she promises to making changes, but I feel it's getting worse. We have not had sex in 2 months. The last time I tried was the other day and she got annoyed and said all I want to do is have sex. But I am feeling increasingly frustrated because it's like a vicious circle. She says I ask too much, which turns her off. So I don't ask, but we don't have sex anyway cause she will never ask. So then I ask, she gets mad, then we don't have sex, repeat. I honestly don't know what to do anymore. It's getting to the point where I am beginning to already feel like we are an old married couple where the husband hates the wife. I feel horrible saying this, but this anonymous, and I feel it's an important detail. But I almost want to cheat just because I feel unsatisfied. Sex isn't the most important thing in the world, but it's important to me, and when we only do it a few times every several months, I feel like I am extremely unsatisfied. All other aspects of our relationship are fine. It's just this that is tearing me apart. I'm sorry if a lot of this sounds harsh, but this has just been boiling up for months. She is away this week with her family and I was hoping we would have sex before she left, but she turned me down again. What should I do? I honestly don't know anymore. Edit. Wow. I did not expect this much attention to this post. I am reading comments and sadly agreeing with most. I'm not going to reply to all, but I am reading them. Top 5 comments. 1. I agree with the others who have said that your sex life likely won't improve after marriage. It will only get worse. This is especially true if you have children. Children disrupt even good sex lives. Here your fiancé would likely use them as an excuse to rarely have sex again. Please don't get married, at least not right now. Sexual compatibility is very important and shouldn't be ignored. As you've stated, being rejected over and over will lead you to resent her, which will corrupt all other aspects of your relationship. If you think it's worth it, try therapy. Otherwise, save yourself a lot of future misery and end things now. 2. If you marry her, here's some people experiences who have are going through your circumstances. Read for yourself what you have to look forward to. You deserve intimacy in a relationship, that's all I'll say. 3. Break up. This ain't it, chief. It doesn't sound like a situation that's going to improve. 29 is young, like prime of your life. You shouldn't be throwing away the sex life that you want at the ripe old age of 29 because you and your soon-to-be wife are sexually incompatible. If it's important to you, but not important to her, then you're never going to be satisfied. This will build up resentment, and eventually you'll cheat. 4. My best friend is married to someone who has a low sex drive. She started complaining about it 6 months into their relationship. They've been together for 10 years, and she's still bitching about it. It makes her so unhappy. I wish she would have left him before it became serious. 5. That statement needs to be said to her ... but it's important to me. And when we only do it a few times every several months, I feel I am extremely unsatisfied. Try talking with her again and tell her just that. The use of I statements are so underrated in these sort of things because the majority of failed communication tactics eventually end with you statements, and all progress becomes lost. Try and ask her what her thoughts or feelings about it might be by I am trying to understand all sides to the situation and want to understand where your feelings lie. Don't attack her personally. Try and approach the problem as a team and attack that together. If that's unsuccessful, then it might be a good idea to go to couples counseling. Sometimes a moderator therapist can help you guys get to where you need to be. I highly encourage seeking therapy when necessary. And this could be it with you guys, which is perfectly okay. Obviously, you love this girl, as you wouldn't propose to her. I'm sorry you are going through all this. It doesn't make the relationship easy by any means. I hope these things can help, and I do wish you guys all the best. Lastly, the end point is never to end the relationship, but ultimately, if it does come down to it, it's better to do so before marriage and kids are involved. Best of luck.